Anywho, welcome to Barreless. As I said before, you do need some weights for this class. And if you don't have weights, feel free to use canned goods or whatever you have around the house that you can safely hold. And of course, we have our assistant Rosie per usual. We'll start with a little warm up first, beginning with a squat and reach, nice wide stance. We'll squat down and reach up overhead, getting a nice stretch in the shoulders and chest. And really working to open up those hips, start to bring some warmth to the legs. Just getting as low as comfortable with that squat, kind of working into it. We'll spend about 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, you can finish it out. We'll keep our wide stance. Arms are coming out wide. We're going to windmill toe touches, so hinging down to reach towards the shin or foot, and then lifting ourselves back up to the center, squeezing the glutes and using them to lift. You can press the hips forward at the top too. Here we go. We'll spend about 10 more seconds here. Rosie's extra excited. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, we'll take some big arm circles, being aware of your surroundings, trying not to hit anything or anybody. You can also take a alternating arm circle that's more comfortable. In about 10 more seconds here, we'll go ahead and switch direction, sending them back. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, and going to a forward fold to finish up our warm up. So if you'd like, you can take a wide stance for your forward fold, or you can go for just a regular with feet about hip width apart. We'll slowly just begin to hinge down. Let the head and neck be heavy, kind of let the body hang. You should feel a really nice stretch in the hamstrings, glutes, and low back. You can always add some movement with this, kind of shifting side to side, maybe letting the body sway. Nice deep breaths. Working to lengthen and loosen those muscles. Spend about 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll slowly roll all the way up to standing, stacking one vertebra at a time. And we'll take a couple shoulder rolls at the top and shake it out. Alrighty. Starting off our first set, we have one of my favorites, Around the Worlds. So with Around the Worlds, I'm going to quick go through it once before we start. We're going to begin at the top of your mat, if you have one. Feet are going to be together, and we have narrow squats. So for narrow squats, you're just keeping our feet together as we push the hips back and squat down as low as comfortable. From narrow squats, we're going to go to lunges, which will step the left leg back. And stay here for some singles, some pulses, some holds, all the good stuff. We'll flip to the center for sumo squats. Flip back to lunge with the right leg back, and then ending with that narrow squat once again. So we're making our way around the world. Woo! So with all that said, we can start with feet together or slightly narrower than hip width, whatever's comfortable. We'll begin with some single squats in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we'll squat it down and lift. I'll let you move at your own pace here. So we'll go for some time, but getting down as low as comfortable and standing up, pressing through the heels. Really pushing those hips behind us. Keeping the chest lifted nice and tall. Awesome work. We'll get ready for a pulse at the bottom in 3, 2, 1. We'll start to pulse, just pressing up through the heels for a little bit of movement. And really pushing the hips behind us. Relaxing the shoulders. About 10 more seconds. We'll go to a hold. Continuing to breathe through here. In 3, 2, 1. We'll hold at the bottom as low as you can go. We'll try to lift the chest up a little bit here. we're gonna be stepping our left leg back, or whatever leg is facing me, we'll say, in 3, 2, 1. So we'll step that leg back, and we'll just go into a lunge hold. So setting it up here, knee is gonna be right above the ankle, hips should be facing forward, we're not twisted or rotated, and shoulders are stacked over the hips. We're standing nice and tall. Good, once we're steady and strong in this positioning, we'll slowly start to add a pulse. Just a little bit of movement, again, pressing through that front heel. Staying nice and low, should feel those muscles warming right on up. Good, from here we're gonna turn right into that sumo squat, and again, going to a hold, so we'll stay low in 3, 2, 1. So turning to open up, sumo squat, wide stance with toes pointed slightly outward. We'll sink nice and low, and staying in that hold, stacking shoulders over the hips as much as possible. And we'll slowly begin to add our pulse, again, pressing up through the heels, just an inch or two of movement, getting those legs burning right away. We're loving it. Spend about 10 more seconds here. We'll go to some singles in 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, so we'll stand it all the way up and then go all the way down. You can move at your own pace here, again, just single squats, giving the legs a little stretch at the top as we stand it up. And squeezing glutes to lift ourselves up. Good work. About 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's make our way back to the bottom for a hold. Then we'll rotate into a lunge with the opposite leg back. Setting it up, we're gonna just stay in that hold to start. Knee should be right above the ankle. Hips are facing forward, we're not rotated, and shoulders are stacked over the hips. So once we are strong and steady, we'll slowly begin to add that pulse. Just a little bit of movement, pressing up through that front heel. We're breathing through again, feeling those legs firing right up. About 10 more seconds here. There we go, we're hanging tough. We're almost done with this first round. We'll get ready to step it up into our narrow squat hold in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, we'll step it up. And feet are narrow, hips should be back. We'll try to get as low as comfortable right away here. Those legs should be working. That's okay, we're fighting through it. Good, we'll go to a pulse in 3, 2, 1. Good, let's pulse. Just a little bit of movement. I'm trying to keep those shoulders relaxed. Breathing through. Loving that burn. We'll finish up with singles in 3, 2, 1. So we'll stand it up and all the way down. This will be our last one here for this first round of Around the World. We have about 10 more seconds. Getting as low as we can go, pressing up through the heels. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, we'll shake it out. Woo! Good way to kick off class, am I right? We'll give the legs a little break here. Moving to some upper body work. You can go ahead and grab a set of weights. We have shoulders, so if you want to go a little bit heavier, you can, if you have the ability to do so. We're going to do hold one and press the other with our overhead press. So by that, I mean we're going to be holding one side up. The other side's going to start at 90 degrees. We're going to press it up and down. And then after that 10th rep, we'll switch and bring the other down and hold the other one up. So you can pick your weights accordingly. And we'll start with our left arm lifted, right arm at 90 degrees, standing nice and tall. And tucking the tailbone down so we're not rounding that spine out. Get nice and flat. Begin in 3, 2, 1. Good. So we'll press it up, back down. We'll try to hang with me the best you can with the tempo. Your 7, 6, exhaling on the press. 5, 4, holding the other one straight and tall. 3, 2, last one. We'll switch at the top. Left side comes down. We'll press it up, back down, keeping that core brace tight, back flat. Good. Keep that arm as straight as we can. Here's 5. Hopefully I'm right in my count. 4, 3, straight and tall. 2, and 1. Good work. We'll bring them both down. Shake it out. We'll keep that heavier set of weights if you have one, moving to some bicep work. So we have bottom half, top half, and full curls. So bottom half is up to 90 degrees and back down. Top half is from the shoulders down to 90 degrees. And then we'll finish with full curls starting at the bottom, moving all the way to the top and all the way back down. So bottom half curls are first. We'll go for 10 of each in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we'll go half, back down, and exhaling as we curl, inhale down. Good. Here's 6, 5, try to hang with me. 4, 3, nice small range of motion. 2, and last one. Good. We'll head to the top, starting with weights up at the shoulders. We'll bring it halfway down and lift. We're exhaling as we curl. That counts right. Here's 6, 5, standing tall. 4, 3, nice control. 2, last one. Good. We'll bring it all the way down. Full curls. We'll curl it up to the shoulders. Back down. We'll try to keep a controlled tempo. Here's 8, 7, elbows by the sides. 6, 5, fighting through. 4, 3, final 2, and 1. Woo, nice job. We'll set those weights down. Give the arms a little shake, and we're already back to the top, back to around the world. So let's go ahead and start on the opposite side. So whatever way you started, just basically start the way you ended. We'll say it that way, less confusing. So feet are together, or just slightly inside of hip width, whatever's more comfortable. We'll begin with some single squats first in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we'll squat it down, lift, really pushing our hips behind us, getting as low as comfortable while we can lift the chest tall. Good. You can move at your own pace here. Again, we're going for time. We'll get ready for a pulse at the bottom in 3, 2, 1. We'll pulse it low and pressing up through the heels. We'll give the glutes a nice squeeze here. Draw the belly button towards the spine to brace that core tight. Staying strong and steady. We'll go to a hold next in 3, 2, 1. Holding as low as we can and really pushing those hips back. We'll try to roll the shoulders to open up the chest. About 10 more seconds and we'll step our inside leg back to that lunge. In 3, 2, 1, we'll step it back, going right into a hold. So we're staying low, hips are facing forward, knee is right above the ankle, and shoulders are stacked over the hips as best as possible. Once we're strong and steady, you can slowly start to add a pulse, pressing up through that front heel, squeezing the glutes nice and tight, drawing the belly button towards the spine to keep that core braced, body nice and strong. Woo, about 10 more seconds with our pulse. Staying low, try to get a ½ inch lower if we can. Turning to our sumo squat in 3, 2, 1. We'll open up, nice wide stance, right into a hold. So we're staying at the bottom. Feet are pointed slightly outward, and trying to stack those shoulders over the hips as best as possible. We'll brace that core tight, drawing belly button towards the spine. If you'd like, you can kind of shift side to side. Trying to stay nice and low, squeeze the glutes tight. Good. We'll slowly start to add our pulse. I already started. Pressing up through the heels, squeezing glutes, just a little bit of movement here. And really firing up those quads, the hamstrings, glutes, a little bit of everything. Woo. Get 10 more seconds here. And we'll go to singles, nice stretch for the legs. In 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll stand it up and get nice and low. Move at your own pace. You can keep it nice and slow and as low as comfortable, as long as we're focusing on pressing up through the heels, squeezing glutes to lift. And you know the drill. Next up, we're going to go to a lunge, facing the opposite way we came from. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we'll hold our sumo squat and turn into that lunge. Taking your time to set it up here, not falling over like I am. So hips are facing forward and knees above the ankle, shoulders over hips. Core is braced nice and tight to keep our body stable and strong. And once we're feeling steady, you can slowly start to add that pulse. And pressing up through that front heel, squeezing the glutes. We're breathing through, always an important thing. Awesome work. We are loving that burn. We're fighting through it. 10 seconds left here. And we'll step it up into a narrow squat hold to start. In 3, 2, 1. So we'll kind of glide to the top of our mat. Feet are close together, and we're just going to hold as low as you can. Maybe feeling a little shake at this point. That's fine. We're fighting through it. Not here much longer. We'll go to our pulse next. In 3, 2, 1. Little pulse. Pressing up through the heels. Trying to keep those shoulders as relaxed as possible. Continuing to breathe. We can do this. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll stand it up, going to singles to finish it out. Nice and easy, getting that stretch as we stand up and extend those legs. 10 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Woo! Give those legs a good shake. Definitely feeling them. They're warmed up. We'll give them a little break here, heading back to our upper body sequence. So you can go ahead and pick up heavier weights if you've got them, whatever weights you'd like for our shoulders first. This time we'll start with holding that right arm up, again, as straight as we can right overhead. Trying to keep the tailbone tucked in. We're not rounding and relaxing the core. We are tucking it in, staying strong and steady. Left arm starts at 90 degrees. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. So pressing it straight up and back down. Try to hang with me, nice slow tempo. Exhaling as we press. And final 6, 5, strong and steady. 4, trying to keep that arm straight. 3, 2, core is braced. 1, we'll switch at the top, right arm comes down. We'll press it up, back down, and bring it to that 90-degree angle. Try to keep that arm straight overhead. Good. Last 5, 4, core is tight, tuck the tail. 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can bring both of them down, roll the shoulders out, and we're getting ready for biceps. Moving back to bottom, top, and full curls. We'll start with those bottom half curls in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So curl it half, back down, try to hang with me tempo-wise. Exhaling as we curl and trying to straighten out that arm all the way. 5, 4, nice work. 3, 2, last 1. Good. We'll head to the top, bringing weights all the way to the shoulders. We'll bring it halfway down and we'll lift. We're going to keep the body steady, not swinging with those weights. Good work. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Last 1. Awesome job. We'll bring them all the way down to the bottom, full curls. Here we go. We'll curl them up to the shoulders, back down, and slow, relaxed pace. Hang with me. Here's 8, 7, exhaling on that curl, control the body. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Woo, good work. We can set those weights down. We'll give the arms a quick shake. That's the end of our first round. If you'd like to quick grab a sip of water, feel free. I always overplan, so we might go over again. We'll try to be timely. It's just Gemma time for classes. All right, so we're gonna head right back to some upper body. This time we're gonna work triceps. So heading to the other side of our arm. You can use 1 or 2 dumbbells. We have overhead tricep extensions, which means we're gonna be starting up here, extending down, trying to tap the upper back if you can, and extending right back up towards the ceiling. And again, same as our overhead press, we're not rounding out the back. We wanna keep that tailbone tucked and try to keep the back as flat as possible, core brace nice and tight. So you can pick what weight or what weights you'd like to start with. We'll stand nice and tall, again, tuck that tail down. We'll begin with singles in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're lowering down and lift. Again, try to hang with me with the tempo. Here's 8. Exhaling as we bring that weight up. And 6, 5. There we go. Nice control with that weight. Here's 3, 2, last 1. Good, and we'll bring it halfway down, going to a nice pulse. We love the pulsing in barreless. Really getting in those muscles, getting them fired up. We'll stay right here, again, trying to keep that tailbone from rounding. We're gonna tuck it down, keeping that core brace tight, drawing belly button towards the spine. If you start to feel too much of an arch, you can also take a staggered stance to help you out. We're almost there. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can press it up, over carefully. We'll shake it out. All right. Headed down to some starter lunges. We're going to step so right foot forward, left leg back, and the left leg should be facing me. So hands are going to be framing that front foot, keeping really light pressure in the hands. The toes are going to be curled underneath so we can lift and straighten out that leg, then lower back down. We're trying to keep our back nice and flat, so we shouldn't be rounded, falling over our leg. We're trying to hold ourselves up with the core. So with that said, we'll get ready to lift and lower in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lift it up and back down. I'll let you move at your own pace. We're going for time with this one. Try to be really light on that knee as we lower down, and light pressure in those hands, squeezing the shoulder blades together to keep that back nice and flat. Good work. We have 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. We'll start to bring that right leg back in between the sides. We're going to go for a plank variation. So you're always welcome to hold a plank, just regular, on either forearms or hands, knees or toes, plenty of options. Or if you'd like to give it a try, we're going to do dolphin planks. So dolphin planks are down on the forearm. We're going to start, this is not regular plank position, but we're going to be pushing back to lift the hips up and slowly lowering back to that nice flat positioning. So again, lifting hips and lowering back down nice and slow. So you can pick what option is best for you. We have 30 seconds here total. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So I'm lifting hips up, lowering back down. Really controlling that movement, focusing on lifting the hips, using the core. You might feel a nice stretch in those hamstrings too, if yours are tight like mine. We have 10 more seconds wherever you're at. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, you can finish it out. And we'll lower down. Shake the arms out a little bit, and we're gonna kick that left leg forwards. We're back to starter lunges, other side. Framing the front foot with your hands and light pressure in those hands. We'll get ready to lift and lower, 30 seconds total, beginning in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, so lifting it up, back down. We're squeezing the shoulder blades together to keep that back flat. And really light, the hands are just there for a little support. Our left leg is doing most of the work here, keeping ourselves lifted. Awesome work. We have 10 seconds left here. Keep fighting through. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, from here, we'll make our way to standing. We'll give the legs a little shake, and we'll go ahead and pick up our weights. We're back to our overhead tricep extension. So we're standing nice and tall, and brace the core by tucking that tailbone down, flat back. We'll begin with singles first. Hang with me for this one. In 3, 2, 1. So we'll lower it down and lift it up. Go slow, relaxed tempo. Here's 8, 7. Exhaling as we press it up. And 5, 4, back is flat. 3, 2, and last 1. Good, and we'll bring it halfway down for that pulse. And really focusing on tucking that tailbone down, bracing the core nice and tight. If you start to feel the core get a little tired here, you can take that staggered stance to help you out. 10 seconds left, we can do this. Woo, feeling those triceps. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, we'll carefully press it up, over. Give the arms a good shake. I don't know about you, but I am really feeling those triceps yelling at me. It's all good though. All right, right leg is forward, left leg is stepping back, and we'll lower all the way down, back to starter lunges. We're going for time with this one. So we'll frame that front foot with the hands and begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lift it up, back down, squeezing the shoulder blades together to keep the back flat. Really light pressure with those hands. You should be able to pick them up off the mat fairly easily. Awesome work. We'll keep it going here, really pressing up through that front heel to lift. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. We'll step it back. Again, a little plank in between our two sides. Option of Holding a plank like regular, or you can go for that dolphin plank down on the forearms and lifting the hips. We'll get set up and ready in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And with that dolphin, we're starting on a flat forearm plank, lifting those hips up towards the ceiling and slowly lowering back down to a flat back. This is a slow, controlled movement, no rush. 10 more seconds here. Finish out strong. Here's 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll slowly lower down. Give the arms a little shake and we'll step our left foot forward. Second side starter lunge. Keep the toes flipped on that right foot, framing that front foot with the hands. We'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lifting and lowering and squeezing those shoulder blades together. Nice flat back. Exhaling as we lift. Really light pressure on those front hands. There we go. Home stretch, 10 seconds left. This will be it for starter lunges. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll slowly make our way to a seat on the mat. Finishing up here. I'm sure we're behind time. Yep, if you have to go, feel free to pop off. Otherwise, you can make your way onto your back. We have a fun little power through with our toe touchers will be the one exercise, and single leg lifts. We'll try to keep the hands just lifted straight out. And if you'd like to add a weight, you can go ahead and just hold that for both exercises, for both the toe touchers and those single leg lifts. So with this round, we'll do about 15 seconds per exercise, going back and forth between the two for a minute total. So we'll go 2 times with each, and it will be continuous to finish out strong. So with that said, we'll get ready for toe touchers to start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Option that weight. And trying to lift shoulder blades off the mat. Don't have to go quick by any means. Just trying to lift as high as we can. We'll get ready to switch to single leg lift in 3, 2, 1. Good. So back is flat on the mat. Dropping down one leg, pulling up with the core, and alternating sides. You can relax the head down with this one. 10 seconds. We'll get ready to go back to toe touchers in 3, 2, 1. Legs are lifted. Now we're lifting up towards the toes. We're gonna go a little extra time here. Clearly I can't do time well. 10 more seconds with toe touchers. This will be it with toe touchers. We'll finish out with single leg lifts in 3, 2, 1. Good. So back is flat, head can relax. Dropping one heel down, pulling up with the core, and just alternating sides. Let's get 10 more seconds. This is our final exercise. We'll get a nice stretch after this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can drop the legs down. If you have a weight, you can set it aside. We'll go to a nice full body stretch, just reaching the arms overhead, stretching the toes out, taking up some space. If anyone's curious, that was a minute and a half. Just wanted to add a little extra challenge. We love it. All right, we'll take a bend in the knees, planting the heels down. And we'll slowly start to bring the knees in towards the chest. Take some gentle knee circles. Great massage for the lower back. Gentle stretch, mobility for the hips. And taking nice slow breaths, just bringing it down a notch. Good, and we'll switch directions. And nice and easy. The arms are doing most of the work here. Get a couple more circles, a few more deep breaths. All right, we'll find some stillness, grab behind the knees, and we'll take some roll-ups, as many or as few as you'd like, eventually making our way to a butterfly stretch with feet together in the center, pressing down lightly on the knees with the elbows. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. Good, and after your 3rd deep breath, you can slowly shift yourself back. We'll make our way to standing for 2 quick final stretches. First one is a quad stretch, bringing the left foot up first. If you need to hang on to something for balance, feel free. Otherwise, we're giving a gentle pull to feel that nice stretch in the front of the leg. Lift that right arm up overhead and just go for a gentle hinge forward just to deepen that stretch. Also get a little extra stretch in that hip flexor too. Take 2 deep breaths. Good, and we'll slowly release that foot, shake it out, and we'll switch to the right side. And hanging on for balance if needed. Give a gentle pull on that foot, reaching that left arm overhead and a slow hinge forward. And just to get a little extra stretch in that hip flexor as well as the quads. 2 deep breaths. Good, and after that second deep breath, you can slowly release, shake the leg out, and final stretch for the day, you can take a wide stance. Big inhale to reach overhead, then we'll exhale, pressing to the side. Hold here for 2 deep breaths, just going as far as comfortable with that side stretch. Good, and after your second breath, we'll slowly just bring it over to the other side. And big stretch, 2 deep breaths. After your second deep breath, we'll slowly bring the arms overhead, release nice and big, take up some space. We'll roll the shoulders and shake it out. Thanks so much for hanging with me, late per usual, but wonderful job with the workout today.